Ahoi and Tag gesagt, dear aqua terrorists. I already showed you how to build a Czech airlift 2 years ago. Today I'll show you which is the right airlift for your project. Today it's about the technical details. What is the water flow? Which pump do I need? In the beginning, exactly one question should concern you. How much water should be pumped in 1 hour? As a rule, you can say 1.5 to 2 times per hour. With a Hamburger mud filter, the speed with which the water flows through the map should be 5 to 10 cm per minute. As an example, with a 400-liter aquarium, 800 liters of water should be circulated per hour. Of course, there are exceptions. As the flow-loving dwarf shrimp, we speak of classic overfiltering, or even animals that live in low-flow waters. It is enough if you keep a minimum value. We stay at the theoretical value of 800 liters per hour. How do I realize this? I'll show you an example here in my vivarium. I have an under gravel filter and an airlift with 16 mm diameter. No water at the moment, but you can see what I mean. A small Czech airlift with 60 mm diameter and 15 cm length, for example, boosts about 150 liters per hour. A big airlift, 32 mm diameter and 15 cm length, that's the real big one, boosts about 1500 liters per hour. I removed the good piece, 60 mm diameter, about 15 cm high, which makes 150 liters per hour, and here 120 mm diameter and 25 cm high airlift, here without the elbow piece. The Czech principle means nothing else than this hole lines consisting of 2 rows of 1 mm holes. I think you already know how to build a jet airlift. So, the diameter and length of the airlift play a role. The longer the riser, the more water is pumped. With our 800 liter example, you can use 2 20 mm airlifts with 20 cm length, exceeding the required standard by 100 liters per hour. By default, usually 20 mm airlifts are used. A test setup could look like this. Collect water for 10 seconds at constant pumping rate to determine the average after several attempts. I've measured and recalculated this for you, and there are of course guidelines from the internet. Important to say is that the airlift only works when it's 50% mounted underwater. If the airlift is too far out of the water cannot displace the air and the airlift does not work. No matter what length and diameter you take, the airlift works best when the water outlet touches the water surface. Here at the 60 mm as well. Most important are the demands and requirements of the animals you care for, so you know best which airlift is the most suitable for you. I will show you all the data and airlifts later. All details can be found in the video description. Also, I would not like to withhold the under gravel filter, also built according to the Czech principle with 2 drill rings. And this one also works only when 50% of the airlift is below the water surface. Of course, the airlift will not run without electricity and you will need a diaphragm, membrane pump or better an air compressor to supply the airlift with air. It can be said that a classical pump with 400 liters per hour is attached. This pump can easily operate multiple airlifts. However, these pumps lose power over time and it makes sense to think about an air compressor. If you like the video, subscribe and leave your thumb. I say thank you for watching and see you next time.